Raise a hand if you've ever been asked the question, what is your dream? Or what do you want to be when you grow up? The question could have been from your parents, teachers, your parents' friends you met once in your life, or just any adult in your life. Well, I don't know about you guys, but if I earned $1 every time this question was asked in my life, I would have been a billionaire by now. I remember way back at every semester of elementary school, we were given this About Me worksheet, where it had a blank space under the title, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be ... And every time I saw this blank space, I knew I had to fill it out, but my brain just froze. And after minutes and hours of contemplating, I would end up writing a teacher or a doctor or something in between that my teacher would find as an acceptable job. From filling out elementary school worksheets to navigating through university talks, the pressure to have a concrete career pathway can be overwhelming. But let's pause, take a moment, and reflect. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gaan, a typical grade 10 student and a 16-year-old teenager. Some of you in this room might have had a career plan from a young age, and that's honestly impressive. Others maybe not so much, and they're still figuring things out, which is cool as well. Up until the last century, having a successful career was the key to self-actualization. People in Europe even had jobs as their last name. Woodworkers were called sawyers. People who made bread were called bakers. People who made beer were called brewers, and more. Maslow's theory of the hierarchy of needs states that when the basic class needs are not met, people cannot even be interested in the higher class needs. In the past, in a society where absolute poverty was rampant, people's desire were limited to eating well and sleeping in a safe shelter. Thus, their dream was to have a successful career that could help them meet those needs. But times have changed. In a society where the rate of absolute poverty has been continuously decreasing, is it still reasonable to equate dreaming about the future and deciding on a future job? Our society is changing rapidly. The existence of current job is uncertain. According to an article written by Chris Colmar, a person will have 12 jobs in a lifetime, and out of these people, after their first job after university, 29% will end up working in a completely different field. Moreover, according to World Economic Forum, the Future of Job Report 2023, by 2027, a quarter of current jobs will change, with 69 million jobs newly created and 83 million eliminated. If so much change in such a short time, imagine how much will change by the time we're in our 20s, 40s, and 60s. In a society where the existence of current job is unclear, and it is no longer a time when an individual holds a single dream throughout their lifetime, is it still reasonable to equate dreaming about the future and deciding on a future job? Perhaps it's time to shift our focus. Honestly, I cannot stand up here and promise you guys that if you follow what I'm saying, you'll be a billionaire. Well, because I've never had a successful career that made me a billionaire yet. But I'm here to share the belief that before deciding on a future job, it's important to have the idea of the person you aspire to become in life. High school is not just a place for academic pursuit. It's a platform for self-discovery. It's where we can explore our passions, conquer our fears, and decide what we want to be, not just what we want to do. So yeah, if someone asks me what my dream is, I would answer with no doubt that it is to become someone who embraces challenges. Standing here before you today, you are the witnesses to my journey to achieve my goal. When I got the opportunity to complete something on my bucket list, I seized it instead of avoiding it just because I'm afraid. I believe that overcoming my fear and being on this stage today brought me a step closer to achieving my goal. And I challenge each and every one of you to do the same. To step out of your comfort zone. to embrace uncertainty, and to carve your own path. Well, I know that this sounds unrealistic. Some of us have course choices to make, and some of us have university decisions to make. However, as we navigate through these decisions from today onwards, let's take a moment and reflect. Before stressing about picking the right university and picking the right choices, let's take a moment and reflect who we want to be in life. Knowing about yourself might also help you make these career-related decisions, as you would have a broader understanding of yourself. Knowing about you won't restrict you, but will guide you through the ups and downs and the sudden incidents in life. If something does not go as planned, the idea of the person you aspire to become will work as a guiding light, facilitating a smoother transition to alternative paths. Because the idea of the person you aspire to become is the compass that guides you to the twists and turns of life. So yeah, I'll leave you with this question. What is your dream? Thank you.